All right, as we get into your local weather here, this is what we're looking at here. The possibility of, again, snowfall working into the forecast. I'm going to hold on to this where we can see this happening here. So I apologize right now as we get into it. There you go. There we found it. Current temperatures for you right now, holding on to this. Lows this morning from the 0 to about, say, 10 degrees out there right now. Seasonal average temperatures for this time of year, holding on to that, though, will gradually start to cool you down as we go through the next few days. All right, so as that's happening right now for us, we'll take a peek at how this all plays out. You'll see as we go through the afternoon, snowfall starts to move in for La Crosse. You'll see some heavier snowfall leading into the 3 o'clock hour, going into your evening commute, and then beginning to taper down. Then we'll see more snow return as we go into the late evening, and then overnight we'll see more of that coming in around the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour for tonight for La Crosse. Eau Claire, on the other hand, has more snowfall coming in for the early afternoon, picking up going through the afternoon and then tapering off and then turning into flurries to finish out into tomorrow. Wind gusts, you'll see those winds gradually pick up through the mid-morning hours going to the afternoon, and then by the time we get in the evening commute for you, you're looking at these winds starting to pick up to near 30 miles per hour plus in the forecast. So it'll feel much colder on your skin. Of course, snowfall will already be on the ground by then. So right now we're partly cloudy skies. You get ready for your morning commute. Snowfall is on the way gradually as we get closer, with colder air on the way as well. So we're going to flip the script to these seasonal average temperatures and then drop it down to below seasonal average temperatures, nullifying any type of warmth coming in for the next few days. We get into Monday, we're talking single digits or less in the forecast, with again the morning lows all the way into possibly 0 degrees or less. We'll get into how this all shapes up going into it today. You'll see for your morning commute, it looks pretty good for you here. Drier conditions as well, partly cloudy skies with the teens leading to your forecast with snowfall and increasing clouds coming in by the afternoon. That continues on, as you can see, by 3 o'clock, snowfall all the way down to Winona, getting to La Crosse as we go through the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour. As that happens, we'll see that go all the way down to areas right by Vernon County as well as Crawford County. As you get into Prairie du Chien, that continues on all the way into the 6 o'clock hour. Then we'll find ourselves getting into the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour with another break still holding on, as you can see up there by Eau Claire. But more snowfall comes back in as we go through all the way into the evening and overnight hours to finish out, going into the midnight hour with more snow on the way. So it ramps up a tad bit. Then we continue to get that back down on the ground by the time we get in the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour for La Crosse and other areas down south along I-90. That ticks out of the way. More snowfall coming back again up to the north as we go into sunrise for your Friday. And you're not seeing much snowfall all the way down to the south of Eau Claire along I-90, but eventually flurries start to come back in. We'll see that coming back along all the way into the evening hours as we go into your Friday evening, and then eventually we'll see most of the snowfall kind of fall apart as we go into at least Saturday by the time we get into the late morning hours, and then we should be done until we get into Sunday into the afternoon. Until then, though, we're looking at maybe 2 to 4 inches of snowfall going all the way down to Eau Claire as we go through into Saturday. That continues on, maybe at least 1 to 3 inches of snowfall for areas along the river getting into La Crosse, maybe 1 to 3 possible in the forecast. Highs for Friday, though, you're looking at 20s and the 30s, so we're above seasonal averages there for tomorrow as well. We'll see some breezy and gusty winds for today and tomorrow. We'll see those continue on all the way into your Sunday as well. Then the winds will taper. Saturday's lows looking like this, though. You're seeing some more snowfall in the forecast. We knew that was going to happen, but what you didn't know, we're picking up more snow coming back in the afternoon. Yeah, it's a good chance of that happening, about a 50% chance of that getting down to the ground. Temperatures in the teens, though, pretty much we start to cool you on down, getting into Sunday's lows where you're looking at -4 to at least -1, in some cases down to 1 degree. Holding on to Sunday's highs, more along the lines of 8 to about 17 degrees. So getting closer to near season average temperatures on the cooler side. And then we'll roll into how this all shapes up. We have more snow coming in for the weekend. And eventually, as we go right into the next few days to follow, snowfall falls off after we get into Sunday. And then we have drier conditions, but colder conditions on the way as we get into Monday for MLK Day. We're talking about a 5-degree high. Then we'll bump those numbers up for you for Tuesday, Wednesday of next week.